feel really weird being in a bathing suit on camera, but you know, gotta do it. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Sips with Sums. I'm your host, Sums. Just kidding, my name is Summer. Me and my brother-in-law came up with this cool concept where I would try drinks, talk about drinks, and also do a makeup related to that drink in a single video. Margaritas are my favorite cocktail, and when I think of a margarita, I think of laying out in the sun, being on the sand, on vacation somewhere. So today's look, I did a very glowy, natural makeup look. That's something I would wear to the beach, hence the bathing suit right now. And so if you guys are interested in learning about the history of margaritas and how I got this beachy, glowy, simple makeup look, then just keep watching. Cheers. So for this original margarita recipe, you are going to need tequila, obviously, Cointreau, which is an orange liqueur, blue agave to add a little bit of sweetness, lime juice, and you're also going to need salt. Unfortunately, this looks like drugs, but we're gonna move on from that. So the first thing you're gonna do is grab some ice and a jigger. This is gonna measure out how much liquor you're gonna use, and we are going to use 2 ounces of tequila. You can use any type of tequila. I'm using a reposado. Then you're gonna do 1 ounce of Cointreau and 1 ounce of lime juice. Then just eyeballing it, I'm using a little bit of blue agave to sweeten it up. Next step, we're gonna put some salt on the rim of our glass. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a classic margarita. Okay, so we're gonna start off by taking a sip of our margarita. I got this rocks glass from Disney. For being an annual pass holder, they gave out rocks glasses one year. You can't really see the Mickey, but yeah, that's where I got it. First step, we're gonna prep our skin with the Mari Badescu cucumber spray. And get it. I just ate that. Ew. All right, we're gonna get our face nice and moisturized. Okay, and for foundation, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match with SPF 17 in it. And I'm just gonna do a really thin layer. When I go to the beach, I do wear foundation. You know, I wanna look cute in pictures, and I feel like my skin is super uneven. My cheeks are really red, as you can see, so we're just gonna cover that up. The margaritas were actually invented in like the late 1930s, which I was super shocked to learn because that's like a relatively new, I mean, that's not that long ago in the grand scheme of things. There's a lot of like different theories about who invented it and exactly when, but all of them are like late 1930s. Kind of after Prohibition ended, people were getting really excited about alcohol and just making all sorts of cocktails because it was now legal again. So the margarita was created. The margarita actually means daisy in Spanish, like the flower. So the OG margarita recipe is 50% tequila, 29% Cointreau, which is like an orange liqueur, and 21% lime juice. I add a little bit of blue agave to mine to sweeten it up a bit, but that is like your basic OG margarita. And it's always served, well, it should be served in a rocks glass. Nowadays, you know, you can get them in pretty much anything. When you go to restaurants, they have crazy margaritas, but that is like the OG original drink, which is what I'm gonna focus here on my channel, the OG drinks for every different cocktail that I do, because I wanna know the history and where it came from and how it was originally constructed. And then nowadays, you know, obviously there's so many different cocktails, so many variations, which is really cool. But back then, you know, they didn't have all those variations, and I'm interested in learning about where everything originated from. So yeah. And we need a tequila break. I'm gonna do a little baby bit of concealer, just like a little bit. We're going to the beach, we're drinking margaritas all day. Why are we putting concealer on? I like makeup, I like looking. It just gives me confidence, you know? And when I look better, I feel better. And so we're wearing concealer to the beach. Obviously you can skip this step if you don't like wearing as much makeup as I do, but this is what I would literally personally do for a beach day. So Cointreau is actually the original triple sec. A lot of you've probably heard of triple sec. Cointreau is pretty popular too, but triple sec is what people usually use to make margaritas, and it's that orange liqueur. There's also Curacao, which is named after an island, and that was Cointreau's competitor. But they all vary in taste and quality. It just depends on what you like and what you're looking for. Triple sec is usually pretty cheap to buy in the store. Concealer is on. Let's take another sip. Metal straw. Save the turtles. Okay, I'm gonna move on to eyebrows because I always need my eyebrows on because I have 5 pieces of eyebrow hair. So I'm gonna do that real quick off camera. Okay, brows are on and we looking cute. All right, I'm gonna take another sip. Okay, we're gonna move on to bronzer, and I'm gonna use a cream bronzer. I'm gonna use these and I'm gonna mix both of these and just kind of bronze up my skin. Take another sip. So I didn't talk about the tequila. The tequila that I'm using is a Reposado. There is a few different types of tequilas. There's Blanco, Mezcal, Reposado. I'm using Reposado for mine right now. And it all depends on how they're barreled. Blanco tequila, which is some people call silver. The cheaper ones are called silver tequila, but Blanco tequila is the more bougie term, I guess. Higher quality tequilas use the term Blanco. That is not aged whatsoever. Darker tequilas that are gold, they are barreled. A lot of them are actually used with bourbon barrels because legally bourbon has to be made in a brand new barrel. You cannot reuse a bourbon barrel. So bourbon companies sell them to, I guess, other distributors, like people who make tequila, and they barrel tequila in it. And that is what makes Reposado tequila and darker tequilas. The tequila that I'm using today is Espinita, and that is bourbon barreled for 6 months. I prefer Blanco tequilas, like Casa Noble Blanco is my favorite tequila. So yeah, that's kind of like a backstory about margaritas. I read online there's lots of holes in the story and the history behind margaritas because so many drunk people have told it. So for blush, I'm gonna go with this cream brush by the brand Tresque, the color Bora Bora Coral. I don't know if that was supposed to rhyme. I'm just gonna put a little dot on each cheek and then blend it out with my finger. Okay, next we're gonna go in with a cream highlighter to follow the cream trend. I'm using ColourPop's Lunch Money. And as you can see immediately, it already gives me that nice glow, which I really like. I'm gonna put some on my chin. I have really dry skin, so I enjoy looking oily when I can. So oily people are probably like, what is she literally doing? I'm actually gonna do my collarbones as well. Make them pop a little bit. Even on my shoulders. I should have had breakfast. Okay, so I'm looking really, really dewy, which I'm so into. I'm kind of into the sweaty, glowy look. Okay, whenever I order these out, I always order half a salt rim, which is probably so annoying for the bartender, but I don't like the whole thing to be salty because sometimes it falls in the drink and it gets it like too salty. So I just order a margarita with a half salt rim. Okay, I do not own a waterproof mascara because I hate waterproof mascaras. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, and we're gonna go in and I'm just gonna do my top lashes because if I do my bottom ones, I know for a fact they're gonna get my face all black down here. But if I just do my top ones, we're pretty safe with this. Okay, let's get a sip in before our last step. Okay, and for the last step, we're gonna do our lip. This is the Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in the color Red Dahlia. And I just love this for really easy non-makeup makeup days. It adds a little bit of color, tons of moisture. I highly recommend. Is there SPF in this? I don't think so. I think it would have said if it was, but makes my lips feel so good and juicy. Okay guys, so that is it for this really glowy, beachy, everyday makeup. If you don't like to wear a lot of makeup, this is what I would recommend. I hope the next time you order a margarita, you'll think of me. I I don't know why. Now it's a crisp Monday at 1:30 and I've had a margarita and nothing else all day. But that's for real though, I need to eat something. So yeah, that completes this first episode of Sips with Sums. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you learned something cool today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.